Take the oath again, but may I remind you that you are still under oath.
Lord, before I commence the prosecution, I just want to touch on that yesterday, as a result of from a temporary psychosis and a mental breakdown, and that they were no longer living together, and she was no longer in the picture. I want to refer you to page 11 of the exhibit. You don't need to read each of the record pages. Read through the first half a page up to 8 hours 25:13. Finished? Now, I don't recall being like that. You arranged to have a meeting shortly after these conversations started. Am I correct? I wasn't the one who arranged the meeting. Yes, yes. Let me rephrase. The two of you agreed to have a meeting. Yes, we did. Was it a date or a meeting? It was a meeting. Why couldn't you have the meeting at school? I think it would seem strange maybe to the manager or the principal. She was there that day. If I was spending a lot of time outside with Ellie, more time than usual. You didn't, the school wasn't involved either in Nada's care. It was only yourself. They were involved, but I was the one who was in charge of Nada. In the 2 to 3 months that Nada was at school before you and Mr. Challita started communicating, I think you said yesterday she started the school there in July, am I correct? Around about that time. Around yes. July. The school did not raise any, did the school raise any concerns about Nada and her state and her condition? Yes, they did. I know that the child welfare was contacted because of the way she was coming to school. And because she was a lot more behind than the other kids. When I read these messages, it also highlights that and it made her sore. She was crying, and we got home straight into the shower. Cried right through until I put cream on her bum. Yes. At that time, I was noticing, that was the first time I was noticing that she was suffering with severe nappy rashes. That's correct. And Mr. Challita was taking care of it. He was putting ointments on her bum. Am I correct? Yes. It's a father who's taking care of his child. That's how it seemed in the messages. Yes. Now, you mentioned as well that you and the chef had to cut knots out of Nada Jane's hair. Yes. Now, from the photos that we've seen of Nada Jane, she had very curly hair. Yes, she did. And I'm now speaking woman to woman. We all know it's sometimes difficult to maintain and to take care and proper care of curly hair. Yes. Do you agree with me? Yes. Her hair was not curly to the extent that you would have a struggle brushing through it. And when I did, on the first day that she attended in my class, I couldn't bring a brush through her hair. I had to cut the knots out of her hair. Did you did you advise Mr. Challita to get specific a detangling brush and hairspray? I did, yes. Yes, I did. And what did he do after you advised him to do that? He did. He got the detangling spray. And did he have a set in
his school bag?
No, she didn't. I used my hairbrush, but there was detangling spray that he packed into the bag.
Into the bag.
Yes.
So, on water date 19th of February 2026, all appearances passed before matter set down for continuation.